Hi, soy el señor Medina y lo que vamos a aprender cómo dibujar una gráfica cuando viene en forma de standard form. Ok, standard form, les voy a dar la fórmula, se viene de esa manera, ax más b u y igual a c. Muchas veces van a venir de esta manera, ok, donde la a, la b y la c son números y la x y la y nomás son variables, ok. So, estos se llaman, nomás son variables. La A, la B y la C son números reales, ¿ok? Real numbers. ¿Ok? Y eso es lo que vamos a empezar a trabajar. So hopefully you can copy this and go ahead and erase this. ¿Ok? So ese es el objetivo de hoy, lo que vamos a aprender. Lo que les di de trabajo es cómo encontrar puntos, ¿right? Pero les estaba diciendo que si quiero identificar ese punto, empiezo a contar de la origen, que me va a dar 1 y 0. Voy a buscar en este lado y es que 0, right, voy a contar 1, 2, es negativo 2 y 0, right. Ahora voy a buscar un número acá, la x no va para ningún lado, solo me va a dar 0 y negativo 1. Voy a agregar otro punto para acá y aquí la x me va a dar 0, 1, 2, 3 y 4, ok. So, si te fijas, los puntos que están aquí en la x se llaman x-intercepts. Todos los puntos que cruzan a través de la y se llaman y-intercepts. So using that, that's how we're going to go to graph. Okay. And here the first example, we have an x-intercept. So, ¿qué nos dice que el x-intercept que? Entonces nos va a decir, ponemos 2 and the other one is 0. Okay, and this is my y-intercept. That means that the x is 0 and my y is 1. So I have 2 points. How many points do I at least I need to make a line? 2. So I got my x-intercepts, and that's how we use that. So I'm going to use 2. That's my first point right here, and 0, 1. And I put it right here. I'm not going to draw I'm going to try to draw as best as I can. Okay. A little crooked, but that's kind of like the line. I don't have a ruler, but what you guys use, you can use your IDs. Okay, but that's basically how you find those kind of um, graphs like that. So x-intercept, let me go one more time. These guys are called x-intercepts. And the points there on the y-axis are called y-intercepts. And you notice how the y has a number, but the x is 0. The opposite is for the x-intercepts. The y's are all zeros. No matter where you put them on over the x, they're always going to be the y zeros, and there's always going to be a number 4 allocated for the x. Okay, and that's how I ended up doing this here. That's why I know y-intercept is 0, 1, and my x-intercept is 2 and 0. Okay, that's how you do that one. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Now this is the one that I was telling you how it comes in standard form, right? And the formula goes like this: is ax, I know it's a minus here, but la fórmula general is by equals 2c, okay? Donde a, b, and c are real numbers, and the x and the y are variables. All right, so Mr. Medina is going to say, well, how do you draw a graph when it's in standard form? The first thing that I want to do, I'm going to show you 2 different ways, okay? So I'm going to write down 3x minus 5y, and I'm going to write the standard form twice. y twice because I want to find 2 points. Okay, so the first one I'm going to find is um, the x-intercept. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to put this to 0, okay, and then make my point right here. So my y is 0, right, because I'm making that 0. And then I just bring everything down. So right now x minus 5 equals like that. 5 times 0 is 0, right? So then the only thing that I'm left is 3x 5, right? Bring my 3x, bring my 5. Divided by 3 from both sides. And my answer is x is equal to 5/3. Or if you divide in the calculator, it should give you approximately 1.6, right? The little dash since it repeats. All right, so that's how I find. So what's my point? My point will be 5/3 or 1.6, right? 5/3. So that's my x-intercept. Now I'm going to go, so that's step 1. And then I'm going to write next one, step 2. Okay, so I'm going to do now, I want to find my y-intercept. So I'm going to make this 0. And just copy everything down. Okay, so 3 times 0 is 0. Bring down minus 5. Y equals to 5. Divided by negative 5. So my y is equal negative 1. I forgot to write my point. So my point here is my x is 0, so I'm going to write here 0. And my y I found is minus 1. Okay, so I'm going to use my 2 points. So let's go with the x. My x-intercept is 5/3 or 1.6. So let me erase this real quick. So 1.6 roughly, I would say somewhere around here. And my y-intercept is 0 minus negative 1. So 0, negative 1. And there it is. And let me just try to, and that's my line. Okay. And that's basically about it. That's how you do this. Thank you for your time.